One love, family. One love to you all, my brothers and sisters in the spirit. I greet you all with love and light of the Most High God, source of all things, source within. Greetings, greetings. Back again, sowing seeds of love. I had uploaded on my community blog about 19 hours ago. For those who have checked it out, showing your sisters some love, I thank you. I would like to share this message with many of you. Those of you who are on your spiritual journey, those of you who are seeking, so shall you find. We've all been in that early stage in our lives as a caterpillar, as we continue to grow and move towards in life, spreading our wings, growing into new territory of the unknown. We spiritually evolves into something that no longer confines to its old ways of thinking and being. Behold, all things become new. The more you have knowledge of self and stay focused, you will soar to new realities. You no longer embody a host of a caterpillar that is limited in its surroundings. You now seeing with new eyes, and you know that you have wings to fly as the beautiful butterfly that you are, and no longer, I just added a word, it felt right. And no more looking back as a caterpillar, only to those things that are ahead of you, within and above. Spread your wings, family. Spread your wings. Faith. Faith, family. Have faith. I think about this song. I forgot who wrote it, but I want to sing it to you real quick. It's a beautiful song. This is how it normally goes, okay? Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near, near? Just like me, they long to be close to you. Now, let's switch it up. Imagine you're in a place in your spiritual journey. You've renewed your mind. You're in your heart space, and your frequency start to rise. Okay, you're raising your vibration. Okay, you're raising your vibration. You're no longer operating that low frequency anymore, okay? You're seeing differently. You're experiencing things differently. Your awareness has increased, okay? Behold, all things become new, and you are attracting good things and good people to you, all right? As I stated earlier, you're seeing differently. Let's just say light attract light. So imagine you're seeing light beings, okay, and spirit elementals. The spirit elementals would definitely not be around you if your vibration is low, okay? These are beautiful, benevolent beings. So let's switch this song up differently. Why do like beings suddenly appear every time you are near, near, just like me? They long to be close to you. You get it? Darkness wants no parts of your light. Many of you, you would know when your vibration starts to increase, okay? Your reality changes, all right? It's like you go from one timeline that wasn't so pleasant, okay? Your reality, let's just say you were in a box and you were low vibrational, to another timeline to where you've elevated spiritually, okay? And that which you once weren't able to see, now you see, all right? And yes, indeed, it wants to be close to you. Yes, indeed, because light attracts light, and you're on its frequency. And the more you master yourself, the more you tap within, the more you operating as knowledge of self, something beautiful is going to happen. That old way of being a caterpillar is out the door, because that's all it knows. That's all it knows is being a caterpillar. But you're going to morph into something beautiful. Behold, all things become new. New environment, new reality, and you're soaring on a higher plane. You're going from one dimension to another. I don't know about many of you. Not only do I still feel a sense of energy that has increased, but also I've been noticing, I can't speak for nobody else, but I've been noticing a shift in timeline. It's sort of like deja vu. Have many of you been going about your day and all of a sudden you stop and it's like, you say to yourself, I could have sworn I've done this before. You know, it's like for me, no matter what I'm doing, you know, as far as my routine, you know, at home, I would stop and I would have this, you know, epiphany or something would come over me and I'm like, man, I've done this before. You know, maybe, you know, in a timeline, I don't know if I skip timelines or what, but maybe, you know, I've changed the path that I normally would have went on to a different path because this seems familiar. It seems like I've done this before in this reality, but I know my reality is different because things have changed in my reality. The point I'm trying to make is, it's like you would get this feeling as though you've done this before. It's like you can be in your path and the path that you were on, it's like due to our thoughts and we renew our mind, we think differently, you know, you would end up going another path. But there's still you in that other timeline operating in that other. It's like it's two yous. You know, it's a you that made a choice to go one way, and then there's the you that made the choice to go the other way. And that's what it seems like to me. You know, it's like some point in time where I had this, you know, feeling that would come over me. It's like I've done this before. But it will always come over me due to a decision that I have made, you know? And maybe if I didn't make the decision, I would still have been on that other path. That's the point I'm trying to make. I hope I didn't lose many of you. This is just Spiritual Talk 102. All right, with my brothers and sisters. Also, with this video, I wanted to speak about how we should walk in having knowledge of self. When we don't have knowledge of self, and Lord knows I can relate, because it wasn't that far back when I didn't have knowledge of self. I was looking outside of myself. I wanted to be validated by those that were around me on the job, my peers. I wasn't tapping inwardly meditating, praying and meditating for the answer. I wasn't doing any of that. I didn't have knowledge of self, okay? I was too busy. Yeah, for the most part. Going by what I hear and definitely rely on the news, okay, because I didn't know any better. But glory be to the Most High. Whom the Lord loves, He corrects. We are all children of the Most High. Please know that. No one is better than the other. We're all on a spiritual journey, and I've come to learn to love my brothers and sisters from where they are. That's been your heart space. This alone will expand your heart space. But if you cannot see it for what it is, how can you spiritually elevate? We're so busy looking at these eyes by what we see outside of ourselves. As far as looking at others that are different from us, it's hard for us to really get to know them and love them from where they are. Little do we know, we go within ourselves. Well, we are not these containers. We are all one in the spirit in Christ consciousness. This is when your awareness starts to increase. But anyway, once I start to have knowledge of self, I am that I am. And I need no earthly titles. I am that I am. And it's not what men say. It's what I see within myself. Because before I came here, there's a lot of things that has been written before I came here. Okay, all I know is this is the reality that I was brought into. And I'm only going by what people say. I'm only going by books that I read, okay? And I only know, as far as validating these books, how authentic they are is when I have an experience on the inside that validates that I am. But once I start to have knowledge of self, tapping inwardly, seeing something totally different than what I was seeing outside of myself, I realized, wow, there's more to me. I realized, wow, I'm more than just this flesh. I realized, wow, I am an eternal, divine, spiritual being, a spark of source. It's like source is so big, so you can't put source in a box. You can't put source in a box in a church. Source is everywhere where there's life. Sources everywhere. It's pretty much one's choice as far as the reality that they choose to experience. Many choose the things of darkness, but that's their choice, family. You can't save people. We all have free will, and even though I may not like their decision that they choose the things of the darkness, it is their choice. Why we can't focus on ourselves? Because see, what happens, we get so caught up looking outside of ourselves, looking at the choices of others, that you lose sight of self. Had that been me, there's no way I would have gotten to this point. There's no way I would be able to speak the things that I'm able to speak of. I started focusing on current. Okay? My name is Corinthia with a Q, not with a C. But I go with, I'm called, I'm known as Corinth for short. But I started focusing on me. I started looking outside of myself. I started to pray and meditate. And once the Most High God, by His grace, allowed me, as far as moving the veil, allowed me to see the unseen, okay, for myself. I was truly able to have eyes to see. When I was seeking, I was truly able to find. And when I was knocking, Lord knows I was knocking, doors, spiritual doors started to open within me. And I was able to see something totally. It's like Pandora's box opens up to you. Who can you talk to? Who can relate? Many of you would think, but many people would think, oh, you lost it. Oh, you operating in witchcraft. Really? Really? Many people would think people like you or me have lost it. Oh, you into some kind of new age cult. No. I'm not following anybody. Source is within me. I don't have to follow anybody. I don't have to sit inside of a box for someone to read the word to me when I can read it for myself. I can spend time with Source anytime. I can have a relationship with Source anytime. Okay, it's not just on Sundays. It's not just on Saturdays. Let me just say that. But back then, I was fooling myself. That was the only time that I would spend time with Source was only on Sundays, okay? Because I grew up as a Baptist, so that's all I knew. And I didn't have knowledge of self. Once you start to have knowledge of self, you don't need nobody to tell you whose you are. You don't need nobody to validate you. You are whose you say you are. And if you really want validation, go within yourself. I invite many of you, go within yourself. See how the divine sees you. Okay? Because please know, I used to say love, love. Even when I was in that box way of thinking, I used to say love, love, and I used to call on the name of Jesus and all of that, and, rebuking when I feel like people are not right, or when me looking outside of myself, judging people. Oh, I was doing all of that because to me, their life, the way they were, was not lining up to the word. Oh, I could judge somebody real good. It's easy to judge people when you see something in them you don't see in yourself, and then what you see in them, you feel is wrong. As though Source need our help. Really? As though Source, the Most High God, needs our help. Oh, don't worry, we're going to judge them. We're going to judge them for you. Once I started to renew my mind, I was hungry for the word. I started reading verses, knowing many of them by heart, pray and meditation. Spiritual doors started to open up to me. And I started seeing a whole new world. I started to see things that I've never seen before. And it's my truth and my testimony. I'm sharing it because many of you are seeing within yourself too. Many of you, if you're not seeing what I'm seeing, let me just say this. You're seeing sacred geometrical shapes, aren't you? You're seeing colors, aren't you? Yes, they have meaning as well. You're seeing something, and that's all that matters. Take that which you are seeing, pray about it, and find out what those symbols mean. Find out what those colors mean. The answers are out there. Seek, so shall you find. I'm your sister. I'm walking with you. I'm not in front of you. I consider myself as a messenger also, for those who have ears to hear. I'm not going to tell you anything that I wouldn't do, because I have to answer for that. And the light that is within me is not going to have me doing that anyway, okay? I want many of my brothers and sisters to get back being a critical thinker. Think for yourself. You don't have to take what I say. Pray about it. Meditate about it. Hell, get your own answers. But start being bold. Start speaking out. Many of you are having experiences. Start making your own videos. To hell with the naysayers. That comes with it. But many will stand by you because it's something about you. It's like they're attracted to. Okay, maybe it's your light. How about that? Maybe it's your light. And they are drawn to your light because light attracts light. But if someone's still hesitant, procrastinating, and there's something about them, they just can't shake it. They want no part of your light. It's just something about you. It's like a turn off to them. They can't even really love you for you. They don't have to agree. But just love people from where they are. They can't even do that because you don't think like they think. What the words come out of your mouth, they can't relate to. The words come out of your mouth is going over their heads. I've come to learn in my spiritual journey to love people from where they are. What's so hard about that? We are all different. We are wonderfully and divine made. The Most High God doesn't make mistakes. I came out of my mother's womb perfect. The Most High God doesn't make mistakes. But I had to find my way. I had to relearn things because I was once here before, like many of you. As I speak, I see an image of a male. I see him all the time. And he's in spirit form. Many of you are going to realize who your spirit guides are because you'll always see the same ones popping up every time. It's like they're saying, here I am, here I am. Especially when your energy, your frequency is rising and you're speaking from a place of love and you're able to see with your spiritual sight, you're going to see certain ones that's going to pop up. It's like the channeling through you, as far as guiding you from the other side. But it's like they're saying, it's like they're your cheerleaders, It's a beautiful thing. You see them outside of you and you see them within you. As within, so without. As without, so within. Having knowledge of self is power. And when you have knowledge of self, you know whose you are. You see differently, you think differently, and you don't look down on nobody. You still see them from a loving perspective. But due to the fact many of our brothers and sisters choose to think to the darkness, don't worry. They shall reap what they does sow. Okay? There is no way you're going to walk this life and think you're going to get away with anything. None of us do. I had to fall many times to know to get back up. The Most High God is no respecter of person. But I'm grateful that He loved me enough to correct me. to be in my heart space for such a time as this. Now, instead of me talking about people, I pray for them. I pray for them. Okay? I pray for them. And please know, it's nothing wrong with exposing people. It's nothing wrong with that. To each their own. With my platform, I just pretty much speak about my truth, my testimony, okay? I try to stay in my own lane, but to those of you who feel this spiritual sense of, as far as being a spiritual warrior, you know, you want to expose people, what floats your boat? I'm not here to judge nobody. All I'm saying is make sure you're right. Make sure this is right on the inside. Because what's the point of exposing people and you're still dark on the inside? There's something about you that's still not right. And it's so easily to do. It's so easy to look outside yourself and point the fingers. I know. I know. That used to be me. When you are right on the inside, even the words coming out of your mouth is coming from a place of love. And that's the difference. Instead of from a place of not being in your heart space. People would know the difference. They would know the difference. There's a lot of brothers and sisters out here now that are exposing darkness, especially those that have been in the music industry. And I say hooray for them. How can they speak it had they not had an experience? Hooray for them. Much love to them. I pray they keep passing the torch for others to speak up, speak out. When you know whose you are, what is there to fear? Get back to your I am that I am. Because you are a child of the Most High, because you are a part of that spark, what is there to fear? The darkness wants no part of your light. And when we know this, you should know you are divinely loved, guided, and protected, and provided for always. I want to share this real quick, and then I'm going to end this video, family. This is pretty much a testimony from your sister. The first time I'm revealing this information, but it's all good, okay? It's going to help somebody. I used to work at the hospital, and I was there for like a little over 12 years. And I'm not going to get all into the position that I had, but I was surrounded by, you know, doctors and nurses and, you know, OR techs. And just for those of you who worked in the hospital before, you get what I'm going with this, okay? No, I was never a nurse nor a doctor, okay? But anyway, real quick, the position that I had, I worked my way from the bottom to the top. I didn't know anything. The favor of the Most High God allowed me to get that position. And I came good at what I was doing, okay? My character, I attracted a lot of people that really liked me. And, you know, I had favor with doctors, I had favor with nurses, and I got the big head, okay? I got the big head during this time. And one thing, let me tell you about the big head. This is someone who can really get caught up in themselves and in titles, okay? Anyway, I might speak about this on another video because this video is getting ready to end. The point I'm trying to make is the Most High God humbled me big time. I've fallen big time, okay? I've fallen big time, and He will humble you. Never get so high-minded thinking you can't fall. But the thing about when you do fall, the only way you can go is back up if you choose to. I will speak about this on another video. This video is getting ready to end. I just want many of you to stay humbled, grounded, and I will share this story with many of you on my next video, okay? Peace and love to you all. Much love to my butterflies out there, my brothers and sisters, and bye for now. Stay humbled. Stay humbled. Stay humbled. I had to learn this the hard way.